How's it going, guys? Skattosan here to chat about a few things. Firstly, school. School is remarkable. I'm loving my classes. One in particular I'm not too sure about, and that's the blueprint reading class, which is... voila! It's just right here. And it comes with like a big ass, pardon the language, but a big ass packet, about yay thick, if not thicker, of blueprints that we would be going over. That was, it's an iffy. I don't really need it for the particular field in which I am considering getting a certificate in while I'm going to school for my English major. And so, yeah, thinking about dropping that because I would need that in addition to one or two other classes in order to get a certificate in that particular, I guess, section or field. And I won't be taking the other one, if I'm not mistaken. But I am taking a second class of 3 classes that will give me certificates in, like AutoCAD, basically. 3 programs that are designed to create, design things, and I really enjoyed the 3D program that I first took, which was Autodesk Inventor. It's apparently it's better than AutoCAD, but AutoCAD can create, I should say, I guess AutoCAD can be used for everything, since that's the oldest 3D program that is being used since, like, I guess, like 20 years ago. It's just not as fast. And also, you can't really do certain things. You can't, like, go back and edit something, and then it would adjust all of the things from that point. In Autodesk Inventor, you can go back to a certain stage, and you can edit it, and it'll change anything that it affects from that point forward. So, if you make a mistake, you pretty much have to redraw from the place that you made a mistake, which is kind of crappy. So, I'm really afraid of the AutoCAD class that I'm in right now. It's just a 2D, apparently. Sounds like it'd be easier than 3D, right? Not really. In any case, I plan to persevere and get through this class in order to get into the advanced class of this particular program, and I plan on kicking both this class and that class in the ass so I can get a degree or a certificate in that field, which will allow me to at least begin to apply for jobs in that field, which I think I'm very good at, especially in the use of Autodesk. I think that it's just easy. Like, if I have plans put in front of me of a certain part, or I guess a set of parts that I would have to assemble in, like, mechanical engineering or something, I should be able to do that. I know that there are, things that I haven't been exposed to, but that doesn't mean that I can't, either 1, be trained, 2, ask questions and figure it out, or 3, just figure it out. I don't know. So, those are the 2 classes I'm enrolled in addition to my English classes, which is on Honors English, which is really fun. It's a critical thinking class, and I can tell you right now, there is a great deal of things that I just didn't know. And there's a lot of things that I know that I don't know, and there's things that are being said that I don't know. So there's things that I'm going to have to brush up on as we're going. Not a problem, but I'm not exactly, the guy raising their hand every time and answering questions, if that makes sense. But it's good, because that means I'm learning stuff. I'm learning new stuff, more material. There are things that I don't know that I do know. Postpone. Alright. For some reason, my computer was wanting to restart, and I was like, no! Making a video! Anyways, back to my little spiel about school. the English class, critical thinking. We're going into ads, which we have to pretty much break down as far as possible. Get down in depth as far as possible as we can into this, any ad that we find that is something that you can talk about for 4 pages, double spaced. And I found one that I believe is going to make and break that requirement. So I'm really eager to go about that. And let's see what else. Oh, I would have to probably say either my favorite or second favorite class, which is public speaking. And it's I'm only laughing because I make YouTube videos, and it's been a while since I've made one, but this is going to allow me to get back into it. I'm going to be able to come here, practice my speech in front of umpteen millions of people, potentially, and, get all sorts of feedback and everything. It's going to be pretty nice. Yeah, I'm going to have to practice not the ums and the ands and the so and, things that are, you know what I'm saying? Better connectors, better smooth flow, See? And he doesn't even want us to use, Anyways, so, see? I'm already fucking up. Now I'm losing myself. Alright. Public speaking. The teacher's amazing. She's funny. She gets her points across, and we actually fill the whole class. You don't really get out early. She picks on people. She's learning names fast. I was kind of surprised at that. And I actually went by Forrest. I was like, you mind if I go by Forrest? And she was like, you sure? And I was like, yes. She's like, cause if and she was like that, right? And I was like, yeah, I know. And she's like, a tree falls in the forest, does anybody hear it? And I was like, she's like, you thought I was gonna say run for it, run, huh? I was like, yes. But anyways, it was a very good class today. I'm really looking forward to this semester. It's just, it feels good. I think my load will be so much lighter if I drop the blueprint one, because I don't believe that I will exactly need that skill. I know that it's productive. I know that it could lead to something, but what I'm going to be learning in that class is way more revolving the whole architecture scene, like civil engineering. And if I was to get into something that was, designing and, modifying, creating, inventing parts to anything, I think I would really like to get into mechanical engineering, because it just appeals to my nature. I can just the other night I was up in my bed, and I pictured like a golden brick. Okay, just think of a 3D golden brick. Okay, and I don't know why, just bear with me. And it was basically going to be like gift wrapped. So there was a sheet of gift wrapping paper, and there was a gold brick. Okay, so it's got those slants on the ends, and then it's flat on the top, and kind of slants on the sides, right? So I was like, all right. So in my mind, I was able to imagine folding it up with like no hands or anything. It's just like, just the image of, or a movie clip of folding the gift wrapping paper over an object. And a lot of people can't do that. They can't take a 3D object and they can't rotate it, they can't flip it, they can't just like look at something at once, look away, and just be able to rotate it and look at it from any angle that they want. Like their brains don't really function in that manner. And not only that, people can't retain that information. It's like the short-term memory loss or something. I whatever you want to call it. I'm not saying that I remember everything, but I remember a great deal. And so I think that 3D programs are where it's at for me, because I'm good at it. You know, there was a couple things in the 3D adventure class that I was just like, I was jumping up and down in my chair, you know, and my mother was on Skype watching me make these parts, right? And she was just like, you know, clapping her hands, you know, because I was, you know, I finished a part, and she could see it because I was sharing my screen with her, and she was just watching me from front to back, starting with a 2D sketch, extruding a part to make it 3D, boring holes in it, you know. I mean, it was just, I love that program. I can't express it enough. It just is amazing. So this other program, CAD, I'm afraid of it, to be honest, because it's not as modern. But we'll see. We shall see. In any case, this video is getting kind of long, kind of lengthy. So if you have any questions, compliments, harassments, whatever, feel free to jot them below. In any case, this is Skattosan. Ciao, side.